Being a content creator is one of the most recession-proof business models there is. In fact, I've created passive income that can weather any storm.
The nation's big banks say they're preparing for a recession.
Do you anticipate a recession?
Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And if you're consuming that, it can infect you like a virus. The truth is, content consumption is skyrocketing. Friend, this is a recession-proof business model. Listen, I understand that you should have a healthy level of skepticism when you hear a term like recession-proof. It can be easy to say, oh, that's just kind of a hypey title that's trying to get me to click on the video or the podcast. But the truth is, being a content creator and creating content is one of the most recession-proof business models there is. In fact, in this episode of the Think Media podcast, I'm going to be talking about my 8-question recession-proof test. If you can pass all 8 of these tests, then you, my friend, have a recession-proof YouTube channel. I'm also going to be talking about powerful lessons that I've learned in the 2008 recession so that you can learn from those and thrive in any economy. All right, so let's dive into my 8-question recession-proof test. The goal here is that you want to either answer yes, or the quality of your answer to each of these questions will determine basically a score of how recession-proof your YouTube channel is. So here's number 1. Are people still going to watch content this year? Answer: they are. And this was an easy one because this one doesn't have to do with your actions or your channel. The truth is that content consumption is skyrocketing. You know, there's 2.6 billion monthly active users on YouTube right now, and the demand for good content is just off the charts. Ever since the pandemic, people have become more familiar and into the smartphone consumption of their content, smart TV consumption. You know, it's interesting. I watch my parents in their 70s. They are now YouTube consumers, and they learned that when they had a lot less to do during the lockdowns. And so we continue to see that people are going to watch content. But the truth is that in down economies, should that be where we're headed, people watch more content. They're looking for more chance to escape, more opportunity to learn skills, more opportunity to watch content online. When I interviewed Patrick Bet-David in Miami recently, I said, like, what are your tips going into a recession for business owners? And he stopped me and he goes, for business owners or for content creators? And I go, actually, for our community, content creators would be a better answer. He goes, oh, well, for content creators, this is an opportunity. He's like, some industries, some businesses, they might get crushed, but this is actually why. But content creators, it's the most recession-proof business model. When restaurants got shut down during the lockdowns, content consumption went up. When people are on hard times, viewing content goes up. And he said, just along with alcohol sales and drug sales, that ultimately content, entertainment actually does not go down. This is one of those things where back in the Great Depression, they actually studied that makeup sales didn't go down, that people were still willing to spend money on makeup because they wanted to look good, they wanted to feel good, and it was one of the things that they did not cut. Friend, number 1, are people going to still watch content? The answer is yes. So that's a massive opportunity to create a recession-proof YouTube channel. Number 2, what content are they going to watch? Good question. Because there are certain topics that rise in popularity. It makes me think of Do It on a Dime. I was able to interview her years ago on a different show. And today she has over 2 million subscribers, where of course she didn't start there. And where she started was in the midst of a recession. But her chosen topic was very strategic. Do it on a dime, couponing, frugal living, how to save money. So what content are people going to watch? If it's entertaining, if it's helping people escape, great. What kind of skills or things are they going to be interested in? You will probably want to pivot your content calendar and your video topics. You should always be pivoting them according to the psychology of culture and, more importantly, of your ideal viewers. So to the degree that you are clear on making strategic content in reaction to or responding to or with awareness of what's happening in the macro culture, the better your YouTube channel will perform in any economy. Number 3, what topics will rise in popularity in 2023? You might say, well, Sean, how would I know this? I mean, it's just, obviously it might take some speculation, maybe, but it also has to do with data, or it has to do with just understanding that one of the things that does rise in popularity, will unemployment go up? And there's a lot of tech companies at the time of recording this podcast. Salesforce just laid off like 7,000 people, 10% of their 70,000 workforce. Facebook's done layoffs. Some people think that if we go into a recession, many people think we're already in one. It's going to be a white collar recession. So it's going to be tech jobs more and maybe not the rest. Who knows? I'll leave that up to the economists and to the financial and, experts in those arenas. But if people are disrupted from their job, the pursuit of learning new skills goes through the roof. Learning new hobbies goes through the roof. Sometimes people are on unemployment. They're looking for their next thing, but they're also they might have a room to breathe and they want to get into fishing, or they want to get back on their motocross bike, or they want to start working on that car that's in the garage, or they want to start doing those DIY projects. People, by the way, looking to earn extra money. Etsy, start a side hustle, learn something very specific like affiliate marketing, learn how to freelance, teaching software. A couple of our Video Raking Academy students teach Canva. I'm sure a lot of people do. Do you know how many users of Canva there are? Such a massive opportunity with not huge channels. They're getting brand deals. They're getting paid by brands. They're getting paid by Canva. So there's just so much happening. I'm just asking you to think more strategically. What topics are going to rise in popularity this year? If you cover the best topics, like if you were going to score yourself on a 1 to 10 of how successfully you react to these questions, a perfect score would be an 80 out of the 8 questions. And if you're like, I don't know, I'm making the wrong topics, that's a 1. Are people going to watch content? 1 if they stop watching it, but they are going to, right? So that's a 10. And so we get as high a score as possible, which brings us to number 4. Are people going to spend money? This one, a lot of people get hung up on because they think, oh my gosh, we're in a recession. And by the way, watching the news can be incredibly harmful to you when it comes to being in the right mindset for dominating on YouTube or an online business. Because a lot of times, even if someone goes, did you see how much credit card debt is rising? You're like, oh my gosh, the world's melting. So you go, I'm just going to sleep in a little longer. I'm just discouraged. What's the point? What's the point of even trying? If your reaction to content you're consuming is that, then you need to change the content you're consuming, because it might be like, oh my gosh, have you seen consumer debt rising in America? And you go, well, great. At least consumers are spending money on something. Like, I'd like a piece of that debt. I mean, whatever. Of course, ethically care about the individuals, but there's always 2 sides of the equation. But here's the most important one. Are people going to spend money? Yes. In fact, I will score this one for you. This one's a 10. And the mistake people make is just because your neighbors change their spending habits or you change their spending habits, there are billions and trillions of dollars being transacted all the time. There is someone that's still buying something, still clicking on an affiliate link, still purchasing something, still wanting to learn something. Just because it's not you, I actually coach the Think Media team this a lot. I say, do not project your money mindsets on other people. Because if you think our course is expensive, maybe that's a better answer. I understand it's a stretch for some people, but it's a drop in the bucket for many people. It's a friction-free purchase when they understand the value of it. See, it depends on the individual. And so the real question is, where is the money being spent and how can you get in front of that? The real question is, are people going to spend money? The answer is yes. What are they spending money on? Can I get in front of those topics? And can I also protect my mindset so I ultimately have a recession-proof YouTube channel? Number 5 is, what are they going to spend money on? Our goal here is to create assets on YouTube that pay us whether we work or not.
Are you ready to start or grow your YouTube channel? Do you feel stuck and need help connecting the dots? Join this free web class where you'll learn the step-by-step playbook for YouTube success. We've helped thousands of purpose-driven entrepreneurs just like you grow their influence with video. Register today for this exclusive training at thinkmasterclass.com.
Let me explain and give you the next couple questions. I'll recap them. 1, are people going to still watch content? Yes. What content are they going to watch? Make strategic content. Number 3, what topics will rise in popularity this year? Make those topics. Number 4, are people going to spend money? Yes. Number 5, what are they going to spend money on? Number 6, what topics have verifiable interest? And number 7, what are the best evergreen topics in my niche. I wanted to pair these last couple together because if people are still spending money, which they are, on topics that they have verifiable interest, meaning people are always interested in them. And then if they're evergreen topics, what is that, Sean? I grew up in Seattle where we have evergreen trees. So that means it doesn't mean whether it's a good economy or bad economy, the trees are still green. Whether it's summer, spring, winter, or fall, the trees are still green. That's why they're called evergreens. Many of us experience seasons where the leaves fall off. These evergreen trees, a lot of times they're pine trees or whatever, they are green all year long. Your goal is to create evergreen YouTube videos around verifiable interests, things that people are always interested in, on something that people are always going to spend money on. So it makes me think about Jennifer from the Sewing Report. She's about to hit 100,000 subscribers. She's one of our Video Ranking Academy students. And one of her videos, I think it's her most popular video, is about a brother embroidery machine. The video is 4 years old. It is, in the description, is an Amazon affiliate link. And so people that are looking for, by the way, an affordable embroidery machine, not the highest end model, still $650, they are able to ultimately watch this video. And the video is 4 years old and it continues to get views. It has a couple 100,000 views. And so I DM'd Jen and was like, hey, how's this video doing? And she said, I bought this machine for $650. It's paid me over $4,000 is how much I've earned on the Amazon affiliate program. But she made the video 4 years ago. Now, she makes all kinds of YouTube videos on her channel, but this particular video has verifiable interest. It's evergreen, no matter who you are. Think about it. The people who lost their job and the people who didn't lose their job. Someone's buying an embroidery machine. Someone is starting to finally get back into their embroidery or sewing or DIY hobby. Somebody got promoted, even if somebody else lost their job. And it is the end user's choice to go to YouTube, search for something they're interested in, find a video that is quality, that is educational, that compares to things that is helpful, click on the link, and you to be the beneficiary of a commission on that sale so that you're earning money whether you're working or not. Friend, this is a recession-proof business model. That's not the only way to do it, but if you, to break down the strategy, make a video that is search-based or intent-based, and people keep watching it for years, and in the description of that video is a link to products that people are interested in purchasing, then you're bringing in income. And by the way, this is the model, this is the story of Think Media. This is why, whether we post new videos or not, we don't just keep getting views, which, by the way, the cool thing about YouTube is will advertisers continue to advertise on YouTube videos, meaning you earn money through monetization. Sean, I'm not monetized yet. That's cool. We'll help you get there. Like once you get there, you can earn money. I saw somebody who just was blown away. She shared on Facebook, I can't believe YouTube paid me $65,000 this year in ad revenue. She goes, it's not even her main business. I never would have thought that YouTube would have paid me this, my friend Jessica, and it was never my main thing, but this is blowing my mind. And it was up like 300% from the year before. See, you might go, oh, there's a recession. Man, it matters who you're listening to. Oh, everything's going down. Oh, did you hear the news? Oh, I can't believe everything that's happened around me. It's FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And if you're consuming that, it can infect you like a virus. On the flip side, if you realize people are still spending money, people are still watching content, people are still making purchases, and I'm positioning my videos in front of that, and I'm serving people, and I'm helping, and I'm answering questions, and I'm teaching skills, and I'm reviewing specific products. And as a result, I've created passive income that can weather any storm. People are still spending money, brands, which they pay YouTube, and then YouTube gives you about half. And so when people are at home, even if they can't purchase something through an affiliate link or buy a course or buy something, they can watch free content and you monetize in the middle. And so if you just up your views, you have so much freedom and control. Doesn't matter if you get laid off and you can't get on, commute to work and do all that thing from home, you can build recession-proof income. But it's important to be making videos about the right things that have verifiable interest on evergreen topics. Lastly, number 8, what video topics have the highest earning potential? What are people going to spend money on? What topics have verifiable interest? What are the best evergreen topics? Or also what topics have the highest earning potential? This can tap into, because not every video is evergreen, right? Meaning it's not some people go to extremes. Sean, all you talk about is like you should make review videos with affiliate links. No, but I mean, you can think whatever you want. That is one of actually 16 different strategies that are kind of a part of our proprietary process. It's only one piece of the puzzle. I do believe you should make a lot of evergreen videos that are viewed for weeks, months, and years and years to come. So you're getting views constantly. But I also think you should jump on trends or post videos that maybe don't have a long shelf life. It's not either or, it's both and. People go, should I do shorts or should I do longer videos? Both. Well, what should I do, live streaming or should I do shorts? How about both? Well, should I do like affiliate marketing or should I get at YouTube ad revenue? How about both? I mean, why are we... There are better strategies for different niches, but like it's not either or, it's both and. Like, let's do it all and let's figure out how to do it smartly and intelligently so that it's all woven together in a cohesive strategy. What topics have the highest earning potential? There are certain topics on certain channels. I'll give you one example I heard from Shelby Church, who does Airbnb a lot. She has a Palm Springs Airbnb. Maybe you've heard of her channel. She talks a lot about Airbnb tips and hacks. I think she got a brand deal for touring and trying different Airbnbs. Cool. Well, she brought a guest on her channel and interviewed somebody else, by the way, which speaks to the fact that I want you to stay focused, but if you had a broader video podcast topic channel, different guests are going to focus on different things. Well, she interviewed somebody else and they talked about Amazon e-com, which would be like e-com stores, drop shipping. And her CPM was over $100. Now, I don't know what your CPM is if you're monetized, but a lot of times the average CPM on YouTube is $2 to $5. We're a lot higher at Think Media, and I think we range from 18 to 25 to 30. But if you look in that's the average. So you can look at certain videos and it's much higher. Here's the point. What topics have the highest earning potential? If you're going to be more purposeful this year, and if you're going to position yourself to prosper and recession-proof your channel, you got to do it at a higher level of strategy, friend. It is not by accident that'll happen. It is not by just making whatever videos you feel like with some random approach. It's about being more strategic, more aligned, planning it out better, and being informed about how YouTube works and how, the different topics and different CPMs and different niches, which we don't have time for that today, but definitely subscribe if you're not subscribed to the Think Media podcast. Give us feedback wherever you listen and let me know if you've been getting value and some of the topics you'd like us to cover in future episodes. And I want to say I appreciate you and I will connect with you in the next episode.